The Lie Eater is a character played by Deepest Dive. Okay, let's start off today's session. Elian paces back and forth in his cluttered study while he thinks about what he learned from those ancient texts. He runs a hand through his already messy hair as he tries to wrap his head around this new information. How does this apply to the disappearances? Is it possible that the things that they found at the lake were the culprits? But why would these powerful entities feed on human emotions? What could they possibly gain from it? He looks over at the strange symbol that links each of these creatures together in these stories. There must be some significance here, something linking all of these tales, these myths, these legends. And with that, he remembers a line from one of the stories that read, "Their true form cannot be perceived by mortal eyes." He shook his head at the time, thinking it was just folklore. But now he wasn't so sure. Now he wonders, how are these creatures able to control people's minds? Is that their goal? Are they responsible for the disappearances? Or is there something else at play? Is there a connection between these tales and the modern day? And as he continues reading, he finds more clues. Some of these stories date back thousands of years. So how could these creatures be so powerful? Could they really be behind all of this? He knows that he has to get answers. The stakes are too high and the lives of everyone he cares about hang in the balance. Across town, Isla sits in her stark, impersonal office surrounded by closed doors. The only light comes from the monitor on her desk. Outside, the wind rages and rain lashes against the windows. She feels the weight of the village's fear pressing down on her. Its despair clings to her like a shroud. Something isn't right here. The more time she spends in this place, the more she feels its darkness seeping into her soul. Each day she sees more patients suffering from anxiety and paranoia, their minds crumbling under the weight of their fears. And she can't help but wonder, am I next? As the hours pass, the room seems to warp around her, the shadows lengthening, the corners stretching. She looks up and realizes that the clock on the wall is no longer displaying the correct time. It's stuck at 13:13. A chill crawls up her spine. She tries to focus on her work, but the darkness is suffocating, stealing her focus. Suddenly, the door bursts open, letting in a rush of wind and rain. Startled, Elena jumps in her seat as the papers on her desk scatter. When she looks up, she sees a figure silhouetted in the doorway. "You came," she says, her voice barely a whisper. "I knew you would," he replies, stepping closer. His face is obscured by the shadows, but his voice is like a beacon in the darkness. "I know what's happening here," he says, "and I think I know how to stop it." Elena hesitates for a moment before rising from her chair. "What do you mean?" she asks, her voice trembling slightly. "How can you help me?" The man smiles, a hint of sadness in his eyes. "I'm sorry it took me so long to find you," he says, "but I promise you it will all be worth it in the end." Together, they step out into the storm, the wind whipping their clothes around them. The rain is cold, but it feels refreshing on Elena's skin. She looks up at the dark sky and takes a deep breath. Maybe there's still hope, she thinks. Maybe together they can stop whatever is happening to this village. Elian carefully pushes the ancient texts aside, their yellowed pages whispering secrets long forgotten. He needs to focus on the now, on the tangible, on the here. While these stories are intriguing, he can't afford to get lost in them. He's been called to help the people of the village, and that's his priority. He turns his attention back to the strange symbol carved into the table, tracing its lines with a fingertip. It's unlike any sigil he's seen before, yet it seems to resonate with something deep within him. He closes his eyes, letting the energy of the symbol wash over him. What secrets does it hold? As he delves deeper, he begins to see connections, patterns, a hidden order amidst the seeming chaos. It's as if the symbol itself is trying to guide him, to lead him to a greater understanding. And then it hits him. This symbol, this pattern, it's everywhere. He opens his eyes, suddenly seeing the world around him in a new light. He spots the same symbol on a ring, on a pendant, even tattooed on a passerby's arm. It's subtle, often hidden, but it's there. It seems to be a sign, a mark, a calling card, and he realizes with a jolt that they are not alone. Someone, or something, is watching them. Elian's heart pounds in his chest, his pulse quickening. Who or what is out there? Why are they watching him? And what does it all mean? The questions swirl in his mind, demanding answers. He knows he's on the verge of a breakthrough, of uncovering something profound. But the truth can be a dangerous thing, and he's about to learn just how perilous it can be. Ayla wraps her jacket tighter around her body as she joins Elias in the rain. His presence is a grounding force in the maelstrom of her thoughts. Beside him, she feels a surge of hope, a sense that maybe they can navigate this darkness together. But as the rain pours down, washing away the grime of the village, she can't shake off a growing unease. The closer they get to the center of town, the heavier the atmosphere becomes. It's as if the rain is carrying more than water from the sky. It's bringing secrets to the surface, exposing truths that have been buried. She looks up at the old buildings lining the street, their windows like vacant eyes staring back at her. What secrets do these walls hold? What stories do they whisper in the wind? She wonders. As the rain intensifies, she feels a sudden chill. She's not sure if it's just the weather or if something more sinister is at play. Turning to Eliana, she sees a flicker of concern in his eyes. He squeezes her hand, silently acknowledging the shift in the atmosphere. Together, they walk on, two figures braving the elements, united in their determination to uncover the truth. But, with each step, the rain seems to grow colder, and the darkness around them seems to deepen. As the session continues, the room plunges into darkness, plunging the players into an abyss of uncertainty. With their vision obscured, their senses heightened, they are at the mercy of the unseen forces at play. The silence is deafening, broken only by the sound of their own ragged breaths and the pounding of their hearts. Suddenly, a voice echoes through the room, slithering into their ears like a venomous whisper. "Welcome to my domain," it hisses, amusement dripping from every word. "Here, perception is a lie and reality is malleable. You seek the truth, little seekers, but are you sure you'll like what you find? The truth often hurts, but a lie can break your very souls." With that, maniacal laughter rings out, bouncing off the walls, amplifying their fear. The players are trapped in a labyrinth of deception, their every sense challenged, their minds manipulated. The game master narrates the scene vividly, pulling the players into the heart of the mystery. But as the story unfolds, the line between fiction and reality blurs. The players begin to question everything they see, hear, and feel. The truth is elusive, hidden behind layers of deceit, and as they struggle to uncover it, they must confront their own perceptions and biases. But the stakes are high and the consequences dire. Failure means losing themselves to the abyss of manipulation. Can they withstand the pressure, decipher the lies, and emerge victorious? Or will they succumb to the seductive whispers of deception? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for tuning in to another thrilling session of our beloved tabletop role-playing game. We hope you enjoyed this adventure filled with mystery, suspense, and psychological twists. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you want to see more of our gameplay. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you top-notch content. Until next time, happy adventuring. May your dice rolls be ever in your favor and your mind sharp enough to pierce the deepest deceptions. Until then, farewell.